guys! So recently there's been a lot of cool and really fun tags that have been created within the booktube community, so I thought now would be the perfect time to sit down and create my own versions of some of these great tags. If you'd like to do these tags, definitely create your own version and leave it as a video response because I'd love to see them and see your own answers to these cool questions. So the first tag I'm going to be doing for you guys is called the Book Collectors tag, and this was created by BOOKSFOREVERAFTER, so I'm going to leave his link in the down bar if you want to check him out. As you can tell from the title of this tag, it basically is all about your book collection, some different facts about your book shelves and things like that, so I thought it'd be something different because I do get a lot of questions from you guys asking me about my bookshelf, so I thought this would be something fun to do. So the first question within this tag is, how many books do you own? And I didn't count them before this video, but I do have a shelf on Goodreads. That's my own shelf. So those are all the books that I own, and I have close to 400 books on that shelf, but there are some older books that aren't on that. I'd say in total that I have around 430 books, kind of approximating like how many older books I have in my top shelf, things like that. I'd say I have close to that number, which is pretty insane. I know, I'm just a book hoarder. It's okay. I realize it. I buy a lot of books. It's pretty crazy. What can I say? I love to read and I love buying books. I know, it's bad guys, it's bad. The second question is, how long has it taken you to accumulate your book collection? And I started reading avidly since 2008, so really I started buying books at a more rapid pace since then. Once I started reading more in 2008, I started buying more, and then I started making YouTube videos 2 years later, and then I started even buying more because of that. So since then, that's when this whole collection has grown. So it's been about 4 years going on 5 years, so yeah, it's been a while and it's been a lot of books since then. The third question is, how often do you go to the bookstore? And honestly, it varies based on month to month and it's different, but I say that on average I go about once a month or maybe once every 2 months. When I do go, I buy 5 or 6 books. I never leave the store with just 1 or 2, which is pretty crazy, I know. So when I do go, I do get quite a bit, so that's why I don't go as often, because when I do go, I have a book in mind, but I end up buying more. I've gone like not going for 3 months at a time, so it all depends. Sometimes I'll go twice a month. It all depends on the time, but on average, definitely once a month for sure. The fourth question is, how do you arrange your books on your bookshelf? And I don't really have a specific way. It's basically how I feel like it at the time, and I do rearrange this one based on my favorite books and the colors. So I do have series together here and colors, similar colors, because I feel like it looks nicer in my background. So this one is arranged for you guys and for me as well. All I do is authors together, a series together, and maybe some similar colors together because it looks nicer. Everywhere else it's pretty random. I don't really care. As long as the series is together and multiple books from an author, I'm good and I'm good to go and I feel alright. So yeah, that's how I do it. It's not too crazy but not too simple at the same time, so yeah. So the fifth question is, what is the first book you remember buying? And I know that I've bought a book before this book that I'm going to show you, but really this is the most distinct memory I have buying a book because it's literally one of the books that changed my whole reading experience and my whole, just how I perceive reading in general. So basically I chose The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. It was actually, yeah, it's published in 2007, so actually I got it a year after, I believe. I went to the bookstore to find a book for my trip, so I found this. I brought it on the trip with me and I literally devoured it on the whole vacation. So I do remember going to the bookstore, and this is one of the first books I remember buying and then loving immediately after. It's such a cool memory, and I'm glad this tag made me think of it because really before then I didn't really kind of realize what this book did for me in terms of reading, so for that reason, best experience ever. The sixth question is, what is the last book you remember purchasing? And that was The Indigo Spell by Rochelle Mead. And I recently went to the bookstore to buy this because it had come out and I'm like, I just need to go get it. It came out a couple of weeks ago. I've already read it. I loved it. That's why I had to go get it. These books are phenomenal. So I raced to the bookstore and I got a copy for myself. It's an incredible series and it's just amazing. The seventh question is, what is the longest book that you own? And without a doubt and no hesitation, Longest book I own is Monsters of Men by Patrick Ness, and this is like 610 pages. This is the third book in the Chaos Walking trilogy. It's a big boy, it's a big book, but it was so good that I felt like it was only 100 pages. It was insane. Even though it's that long, it didn't feel that way. So yeah, it's a big book, but it's just really good. And then the last question within this tag is, what is the shortest book that you own? And I might have shorter books than this, but I think it's Purity by Jackson Pierce. It's only 217 pages. I'm not a fan of short books. That's the reason why I didn't like this one as much. But it still was pretty good, not bad. And one of the things I felt affected it was the length of it. Because 216 pages flies by. It's not even that much, so probably the shortest book I own. Alright guys, so that was the end of the first tag, and now I'm going to do a tag called the Rainbow Spines book tag, and this was created by ARRICTINEREADS. I'll leave his link in the down bar. He's created some really cool tags in the past, so definitely go check out his videos. So basically, this video, you have 7 colors according to the rainbow, where you have to match 7 books in your collection to those colors based on the spine in the cover. So when you pile them up, they look like a rainbow from the edges, and the spines kind of line up like a rainbow. I'm going to start with red, and I chose Juliet Immortal by Stacey J, because the spine has a really nice red that matches perfectly, I feel like. It's bold, it's vibrant, and I think it's perfect. Now the next color is orange, and to be honest, I don't really have an orange looking book that I feel like would be best, so I do have Choker, which is by Elizabeth Woods, and it's kind of like an orangey peachy color, and I know it's not as vibrant as the actual color orange is, but I think it kind of goes. It kind of looks orangey in a way. Yeah, sort of. I know it's not the best color, but I think it'll do. Next we have yellow, and I actually chose Rebel Heart by Maura Young because it's this amazing golden yellow color, and it's probably the closest I have to yellow, to be honest. I know it's more gold, but the cover has a really awesome yellow sheen to it. Next, for green, I chose Fixing Delilah by Sarah Auchler. The spine and the cover, it's a really nice vibrant green, so I thought it'd be really nice for my rainbow. So for the next color we have blue, and I have a lot of blue books in my shelf, but I feel like the best blue is Bitter Blue by Christian Cashore, and honestly it's such a gorgeous color of blue. I thought it'd be perfect. So the next color is indigo, and the closer I could get to that was The Calling by Kelly Armstrong. And it's kind of like a deep bluish purple color, so this is pretty much the closest I could get to it. I know it's not exact, but I think it looks really nice with the rainbow, and I think it fits pretty well. The last color is violet, which is like a light purpley color, so I chose Beta by Rachel Kahn. I haven't read this yet, but honestly the cover is gorgeous. I love the color. I think it's so pretty, and it fits perfectly within my rainbow. Alright guys, so this is my rainbow. It's slightly heavy, and I feel like it's gonna fall at any second. You know, I really hope. From the bottom up, we have Juliet Immortal, Choker, Rebel Heart, Fixing Delilah, Bitter Blue, The Calling, and Beta, and all together, I feel like it makes a pretty good rainbow. Definitely leave a response in the video response section to making your own rainbow, because I think it was a really cool and fun idea. Alright guys, so that was my tag video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like I said, leave your responses in the video response section, letting me know what your book collection is like and showing me your rainbow book collection. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!